1867, good luck. So we get white for this one, and we've not played before. There's no head-to-head score there. So opponent nearly 4,000 rapid games, not too far off. What do we do? I'm just going to play a normal d4 game, but we might still do our normal setup. Let's see, what do we feel like? I'm actually going to bring my bishop out. I might do more like a London setup. This one, we still got the option to go here. He plays bishop up immediately. Okay, let's go e3 and maybe break the structure, break up symmetry. Just take back. We can still do this. We can do this. It's fine to leave your bishop where it is to trade or to drop back in them type of structures, generally speaking. So let's bring this bishop up here this way. We'll just castle. Because I've still got the option to guard. I can guard here, but if we come under a lot of attack, we might have to play g3. In which case, we might want the bishop back. So let's just castle. Maybe rook across. I'm trying to determine whether I want to play c3 or c4 as to where my knight's going to go. Now he chooses to launch one. So he might be giving us a counterpunch here. Do we want to do that? I've got bishop up to pin the knight, and if he takes, I can take back, but we're conceding a centre pawn. Knight forward. The problem is he might push, and I don't really want him to do that. Let's just play c3 for now, because he's got this annoying queen move as well. He's kicking our bishop back, so I guess we have to drop back, and we're going to try and play b4. So queen down's a bit annoying, but we can push, maybe do something like this. Or I can even do b3 immediately. Let's do that just before he gets everything established and bogs us down. He might play b5. Now he doesn't do that, so I think we can take. And then develop our knight with tempo here. We could maybe go here. But it seems like a very natural move. Develop your knight with a tempo. He's pushed forward, so do we have bishop up? No, we don't because of this. We have knight up in here. We have pawn forward. We have rook across. I think I actually like rook across first again. Develop a piece with a tempo, attacking a pawn. So now what do we do? Knight forward, knight forward. I'd ideally like to challenge this, and I guess I kind of half could, but he can. If he develops, say, I've got knight in, haven't I? I think I'm going to do that then. Because if he develops the bishop, I've got knight in, and we'll get rid of that annoying bishop. Or unless I'm allowing this. Well, he's chosen to take. Okay, we can forget that then. Forget all of that then. We're just taken back. So, can we play a move like pawn forward now? Is a4 move? And is the Greek gift a move? That's the more direct move, isn't it? So if he takes, knight check. If he goes back, we've got queen up, and we threaten check here and check here. So that's what you would play in a short time control, pretty much. Pretty much takes. If the king forward, queen up, down. It might not work, but we're going to do it. We're going to go for it. We'll just play knight in. We'll go for this. Now, does he step forward or does he go back? He has indeed stepped forward. So do we have a check here? If he comes down, we can then maybe take here and we weaken this, but is our knight trapped? That's the logical move. He's got knight here back, but he might be fine. We're threatening a discovered check here. If he goes here though, so I can check here immediately, and if he blocks, or maybe he can just sidestep. Check and he sidesteps, right? Yeah, so we need to be on the more attacking file. He has indeed pushed there. So knight takes is not a move here. So here he's got rook across, right? So we have to drop back and let him sidestep. Nothing else really we could do there. We could still strike out here. We could go here. But he's probably fine. He's probably just going to sidestep unless he's got something better in mind. But we have to try and get our rooks into the attack. Maybe we can push a pawn and try and open this up. I'm not sure. That's what I'd expect. Otherwise, obviously, there's a danger threat on the board. So you'd expect him to sidestep and get out the fire line or move the queen. So that's what he's done. So we can check here. he goes there, I don't like looking at. I think I might need a move like this to open things up. But what if he pushes? It then gives us a square for our knight. He'd go here and then rook across, right? Here, if he counter pushes, we can just plant the knight. He's got queen up. Yeah, I don't like that. But here, even if I had the rook here and he pushes, if I take, he's well guarded, isn't he? Or is he? I think he is. He is. Knight check doesn't do it. Well, let's play rook across. Bit dangerous playing these attacking lines in these slow games when your opponent's got time to figure it out. Very dangerous. He might be fine to simply run now. We can push the pawn and if he goes back, but... Oh, he's played knight across to cover. Okay, that wasn't a move I expected. So what about queen here then? Can he just ignore and come back? Maybe I just come in here now then and double up. I'm going kind of all in on this one. I'll double the rooks up. He could go back and kick the rook. Is there a threat though? Check. Takes. Check. Back. No, he's fine. He's fine. There's a check here. If he runs, check. He runs, check. And he can start blocking. But then we check here. I think he's fine. I think he's fine. It's too much for my brain. But I think he's fine. That's what you got your time for though. I've burnt a lot of time again in the opening like I tend to do. But knight in, I'm just planning on doubling the rooks up. And then there'll be 3 pieces attacking it. There'll be 1, 2, 3 defending it. So it looks fine, doesn't it? But you never know. But we've got this knight check. Actually, if he goes here, I can just take here, can't I? So he'd have to go here. But I don't see the breakthrough blow. I'm running out of pieces to attack with. So he's actually covered that. But that means we can now double up here. Now 3 attack it and only 2 defend it. So he needs to guard that pawn. Well, he hasn't. So he's letting us take, right? Am I missing something? If I take here now, if he takes, I just take. It's a pawn and it opens the king up, doesn't it? And if he gives up his bishop, it's got to be good for us, surely. Check here, takes. Check here, doesn't work. Check, takes, rook check, doesn't quite work. Oh, does it? Check, takes, check. Is that a checkmate? Is that just a mate in 2 here? Take, take, take. Where does the king go? Protected. It's a checkmate, isn't it? It's just checkmate. We just stumbled into a nice checkmate. We've been very lucky there, but we stumbled into it. At least we took our time and we actually found it. Let's just see what it was in engine speak. It'll probably be a complete pile of nonsense, but let's just see. 24 moves. They're the move tiles for both players there. So we burnt a lot of time in the opening as per usual. So a London opening for this one. If you click on that, it'll bring up some puzzles to do. But let's just see if he had a good defense there. He might well have done. There's always something to learn in pretty much every game that you play. Indeed, it wasn't a good gamble. We're -4. Then he just made a mistake here. It's just one of them games we just took a silly risk. Although the blunder comes from rook to b1. Yeah, but there is another blunder. So it was a blunder taking the pawn. So we blundered before that though. We're rook to b1. So this is all good. So this is all good. So we've missed something with rook to b1. Indeed, a4 was the right move to just do it immediately and chip away at all of this. I guess you can't play a6 because we're just going to take it. It would split the pawn structure. So again, this is why you review your games, to just learn from basic moves like this. So chip away at the pawn structure because he can't defend it easily with the pawn there. You just simply take. And that's a blunder. It cost us, what, 2 points that. But then the blunder, going for the Greek gift, we should have just been slow and steady, brought the knight forward. Now it's -4. Correct to take. But then he should have dropped his king back. It was a blunder to come forward. But he's still better, 1.4. And I should have just developed the rook here slowly. Instead of queen up, I should have developed the rook slowly instead of going a bit more direct. He should have played the knight to f6 that we were looking at, but he went f5. So it's still better for black here. We developed the rook. We're still better for black. We've just gone forward here, not quite seeing how we're going to break through. Now the rook over there is a blunder, and now we're suddenly better. doubling up was good. So he had to play here queen to d6. And we need to then play queen to e3 and then quad attack the pawn. So this is all it gives there. Queen to queen, it's all it gives. But here, it then leads to a mate in 2. We just have to spot it. Don't take that with a knight first and then you lose it. But we spotted it's a checkmate. So a lot of luck in that one there. We just took a risk, a bit like you would in a bullet game, and it just happened to work. So the figure's a little bit meaningless in games like that.